It was actually quite a tough call in that defensive end. Went down to, we're very clear about the areas that we want to put out on court, or each player to be able to do out on court, and just happened to be that I suppose others were able to do it better at this current moment of time. She's not included in this squad for Northern Quad, but everybody will be available, or we will relook in ANZ Premiership and stage what we need to do to get into the Worlds. I think overall as well as, you know, Katrina has had a massive couple of years, and you know, even though she's totally disappointed, I know she will be back, and you know, this opportunity also gives her the possibility of doing other things outside netball, and to strengthen that base as well. So it's probably a good couple of months to get in the gym and do those things that sometimes you don't do because you've been involved in international netball.
So that's personal for you, that's a really hard call to make.
Yeah, it's very hard, not only of the calibre, because of the calibre of who she is, but I suppose the emotion that attaches to that. And I think overall we were very clear about what the objectives were of this camp, and the staging and the planning that goes behind it. So very clear that this selection is for people who presented themselves, took the opportunities out on the court over the week and through the week, and it's only going through to the end of Quad Series. We'll re-look again in ANZ Premiership.
But it also opens the door for other players, though.
Certainly does, and I think that's probably quite the exciting thing. When you probably look at the mix, it shows that there's areas that's going to change, and it does, or has presented opportunities for others. Casey Korpua has come back into the mix again. Physically, obviously, she was away for the last couple of series because of injury, but now having her presence back in there. Plus also Karen Berger has come out of the left field in regards to in-circle defence, and I'm really excited by what she can bring out on the court.
Top of my head, I could be wrong, 6 changes from the Constellation Cup. Is this a chance where you've always spoken about changements and pushing forward, it's all about what's going to happen and not what's happened? Is this all part of master plan?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we were very clear to all the players, all the franchises as to the expectation, what was required for them in this camp. Very clear about the plan moving forward, and that we're not going to be bogged down by history or who you are or who you're not. So we need everybody on board, and the amazing thing, we've worked really strongly as a collective over the week. Even though there will be people that would be disappointed, I think everybody would still go away feeling quite inspired, knowing that we all have contributed. So it is a new start for us in some respect, and I need people who can perform and consistently perform, and those ones who have been selected, performed over this week.
Including the camp where everybody said they're at their absolute limits, and you said you were going to look at them closely at the camp. How much a part did that camp play in this team?
100%. What they did on court, what they did off court, it's been tough physically, emotionally, mentally. It was set up like that in purpose of pushing them to the extreme and being able to deliver under pressure in many ways. It's been tough. The ones who have been selected are the ones that prove consistently that they could put it. They've done the work preparation coming into this camp. And they've just put themselves out there and inspired and excited by what they did show.
And how was it this time around having the power to make these selections on your own? Last time you had selectors do the job for you. Did that make a difference?
It certainly did from my end. Coming out of Quad and Constellation Cup, I got a better understanding, but hadn't worked with everybody. And also understanding our mix. So now I've got a very clear, you know, even though people haven't made it, I've got a very clear indicator or understanding of different individuals. And even those ones who haven't made it, I can track them, track their progress, and that's been very, very important.
Do you think it might be shown to some of these players' systems this
extremely. It has been a shock. And if I'm going to be fair, it's been set up for them to be shocked, and it's really good for us to be able to do that, and for them and for each other to be able to put them out there when they know they're under pressure. That's what we need to be able to put ourselves under pressure all the time.
In terms of Katrina, did you break the news to her in a particular way, or were you quite careful in the way you approached it?
Like everything, so right from the start, it was very clear about what was expected. That was placed actually right from the end of Constellation Cup. Not only to players but also to franchises as well, so they had the support. And the messages have been very consistent, so to her credit, she took it amazing. And once again, I think she's going to come back, and it's going to make decisions harder for us when we get to that stage, and that's what we need.
With Katrina and the other 5 players got the Constellation Cup, were any of those within past this
No, the great thing is no. So I'm really, really happy. I think that in itself is an improvement, especially for some individuals. They put their hand up, in regards to that, and we're able to meet the fitness standards.
As a player, obviously, you're taking 3 shooters in this trip, and what is it that around that player?
Yeah, some people could probably see it as a bit of a risk because we're taking 3 shooters. Totally understand that, but really wanted to acknowledge people who do bring it out on the court. Very clear about what shooters need to do in regards to putting the ball through the hoop, not only one day but every day, every training that we do. The 3 shooters that did, in regards to all 3 of them, was consistency on shot, high shooting percentage. Attempts were very high, so still a bit of work to do in regards to Tapaya, and probably also Bailey and Mons, who were the other players there, and Alia, to be able to do their job under pressure. So we are getting closer in that respect, and they are, but we've got to, I suppose, acknowledge the people who do the job, and that's what we're going to put out there.
There is quite a heavy, fast presence in this team. How much did that really take, and how different?
I think that's been, everything has been judged at this moment in time and what they were able to put out on the court. In saying that, I suppose the fast 5 opened up the speed, also probably highlighted and showed different aspects of people. So because we are taking 3 shooters, we've got a very strong attacking end in the mid-court we've got a massive engine, and it's really exciting. We've got a balance of players who have been there, plus the new blood underneath, who provide that uncertainty. Cullen, I suppose, for me, because of her fast 5 experience and what she showed out on the court in the defensive end, probably opened up my eyes and made me look at her in our defensive end, and once again there's a lot of power in there.
Such a heavy mid-court contingent here. Is there in terms of some competition?
Correct. Yeah, knowing that we are 3 down, but also knowing we've got an engine, the flexibility of making just straight changes instead of changing the unit. And have the ability in players who can take the ball to the circle, and I think that's going to be that's valuable to us.
How close was this? Was this one of the toughest decisions you had to make in terms of selecting a team?
Yeah, definitely, and the reason why I say that is the intent and the focus and the standard was amazing. There was not much difference between anybody, but just those little things we were looking at in regards to consistency and performance and being able to back it up. So it really actually does reflect, I suppose, our messages, and that you've got to bring it. And everybody, with my hand on my heart, actually, every day, every trials, every game was actually present and done their job.
You look at this team in the year that they've had, is this just what they need? With the high intensity of the camps and them themselves saying it's some of the hardest in terms of physicality camps they've ever been through, saying, if you don't meet those fitness standards, it's not good enough. Is this what they've needed?
I believe so. I believe sometimes in the past we have probably taken people because of numbers or taken people even though they haven't performed. and in the end that has actually, when we've been out on court, that has probably been our ruling to some respect. It's not only about what we do here, but it's also about putting the standard and everybody knowing what that is. So you're not here because of your personality or who you are. It's about looking at people that can do the job, so it's an even keel. I suppose as well, you know, the 3 shooters that are there is probably a reflection of that, but it also shows we will not go to the Worlds with 3 shooters. We cannot afford to do that. So there has to be a shooter in there. It keeps the door open for people, which means our mid-court has to change as well. That's exciting. You know, it's not a one-stop shop. It has to change, and it puts the pump up everybody, and the internal competition is going to be fierce.
With this whole review process, you know, New Zealand have said they're going to do the things and they're actually implementing them, and with the high performance panel coming through, was the fitness side of things and the high intensity of the camp, was that totally on you, or did you have some input from the panel?
No, I haven't had any input from the panel. Pretty much know what we need to do out on court, I think, as everybody else does, and what I don't want to get to is at the end of the Worlds, say we should have, we could have, we would have, and say the same thing. And I always think we've got to be able to learn, and sometimes the only way you've got to learn is through the hard way. The great thing is that everybody's intention is good, and we all want to work together, and whether it's the Netball New Zealand or the franchises and all the players that's involved, and we're actually in a really good space. So we just got to keep being patient.
And that good space is you're back up to number 2 in the world ranking.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm really happy with that. It's a good start. KPIs have already ticked somewhere along the line without doing anything. And it's great for us as a country, and you know, wheels are slowly starting to turn, and that's very healthy.
In terms of Kamiota, does this show her mental toughness? She's one of the youngest in the group, and obviously you were impressed by her performance on the court and off the court in the camp.
Yeah, very much so. It was very, I suppose, one thing out there, putting out there, you know, there was Shannon, who's got a massive engine as well, and Claire, and all our attackers actually got massive engines. So she had to show herself and what she can actually bring to the mix. Obviously, she is young, but also she's got a way, a natural way about how she plays the game that gives us a level of uncertainty, I suppose, when we're playing up against the opposition. But she's got a beautiful delivery of the ball in the attacking end, and she's not going to back off in the defence end for such a little wee person. So she earned the right, I suppose, irrelevant of her age, to actually be there and be named in the 12.
Would you say that this team selection shows that you're looking for more ability over experience?
No, for me, I'd like to think it shows that people who turn up and do the work and prepared, and who are, it's about performance. An important performance. I would like to think that's the messages that have been portrayed, and if you don't perform, then you've got to earn the respect, or you've got to earn the right to be a Silver Fern, and that's sort of the environment that we've got to create.